When I walk into a coffee shop and look around, I find dozens of people all staring at various types of screens. Some are researchers, accessing vast digital libraries of translated materials that people a century ago could have only dreamed of. Others are chatting with their friends across the country through various social media sites, communicating with slang that seems to evolve and change every day. Others still are on video sharing platforms, watching content produced across the globe for their enjoyment. But if I asked one of these people to explain how their research materials are uploaded and stored, or how exactly messaging works, or how the algorithms which automatically translate content and recommend people videos function, the most common answer would be, I don't know. But there are languages that explain and perform all of these functions, languages that the average user of these mediums cannot write in, speak, or understand, the computer languages used by programmers and coders. The strange truth of our globalized modern world is that the languages which enable our communication are barely understood by their users. In the past, the languages which enabled international communication, such as Latin and ancient Greek in the Mediterranean, still had to be learned, spoken, and written to be made use of. In the present, I have a friend in Bulgaria who writes a message to me in Bulgarian, and I hit a button that says translate to read it in English, and the language which performed the task is automatic, impersonal, and completely unseen by both of us. My friends and I discuss fashion trends, jokes, and images which fly across the world like wildfire, forming a unique worldview and subculture between us, people who don't even speak the same language, contradicting the stable understanding of culture as a co-constructed identity within a shared language. All of this is occurring to individuals across national, religious, and linguistic boundaries, and yet the languages that enable all of this, HTML, CSS, Python, etc., are known by a tiny minority of those who utilize the benefits of them. But if culture is meant to be co-constructed, then the means of its construction is the language that gives expression to it and develops the worldview of the culture and the trends within it. The fact that members of these internet subcultures don't speak the language that enables their existence is concerning. Are their identities truly a shared construction of themselves, an expression of their own identities, or are they filtered through the lens of someone else, for example, a company who hires programmers and so gains control over the use of the programming language? This power discrepancy between actual speakers of a coding language and those who utilize the language is completely unheard of throughout history. Who controls how the translation algorithms choose their words? Who controls the videos one is recommended on YouTube? Who controls what tweets pop up in someone's timeline? What articles get recommended on a Google search? While governments have attempted to exert some control over these matters, the answer to these questions remains that it is predominantly private corporations who control the means of communication that give rise to people's subcultures. The next time you see a message or a post from someone through social media, or discuss an event you've only heard of through the internet, think to yourself, what language is enabling this? What language is forming your worldview? Do you speak it? Do you yourself have control over how it shapes you and the others around you?